Hey guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight I'm diving into the dark side, and we're going to be playing Temur Elementals. I really want to get an opportunity to kind of play this deck. It's a ton of fun, I'm not going to lie. I feel like the deck is way too powerful with just the land drop, the ramp, everything else that goes along with it, and then, oh, by the way, the ridiculous amount of creatures that you can get out with this deck. It's kind of crazy. So I know you guys have seen it, so we all have kind of have their own little take on it, but I do want to kind of toss my hat into the ring a little and show my my version of this deck. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's start off on the low end. Shocks are there, of course, to get things out of your way in the early end. Gotta have them. Lightning strikes for the same purposes. Mostly this is basically a red-green deck. This is basically a Grawl deck that's splash blue just for Risen Reef and Omnath, so we'll kind of get to that. We might as well start off with the big guy himself, so let's go ahead and get into Risen Reef. If you've not seen this card, where have you been? It is a 1/1 for 3 mana. Whenever Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, you can take the top card. You look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put that into the battlefield tapped. If it is not, put it into your hand. If you don't put that in the battlefield, put it into your hand, and those are going to be all the creatures. So the ridiculous amount of card draws, especially if you've got multiples on these. The second half of this, of course, is Omnath, Locus of the Roil, 3/3 for 4 mana. When Locus of the Roil enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to another creature, equal to the number of elementals you control, because by this point in time, you're going to have a lot of them whenever he gets down. And whenever a land enters the battlefield, even if it's for free from Risen Reef, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on target elemental you control, and if you control 8 or more lands, you also get to draw a card. So the card draw is insane, the ramp insane. Just between these two cards alone, it's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. So let's go over the elementals that I chose to add in this deck. Leafkin Druid is in there specifically because it is ramp. Not that this deck needs it. In the early game, it does need it. But, of course, it is an elemental. It does get to have all the benefits of being an elemental in this deck. Creeping Trailblazer, all of your elementals get +1/+0, and you can spend 4 mana if you want to give it +1/+1 until end of turn. Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. Let's get the first Chandra out of the way. She's great. You can the 0 you're going to be looking for, creating the 2 red elemental tokens. They gain haste, and then you're sacrificing at the end of turn. That's the main reason why she's in the entire deck, because you're creating 2 more elementals. You're getting more land drops. You're getting more card draw. Just insane. I'm running 2 Overgrowth Elementals. Whenever it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on another elemental you control, and then whenever another elemental you control dies. That includes these, by the way. When they have to be sacrificed, they die. So you're not looking at 1 but 2. You get to put a +1/+1 token on him. It's ridiculous. Cavalier of Thorns, because he is really kind of cool, is an elemental. When he enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put a land card among them into the battlefield. Again, insane amount of ramp, and the rest into your graveyard. And when it dies, you may exile it, and if you do, put another card from your graveyard back into your library. So anything good that you happen to throw away, you can kind of get back. Nissa, who shakes the world, those lands are also elementals, so they get the benefit from all that. You're not running a bunch of forests. I think I'm only running 1. I don't think Stomping Ground counts as a forest too, so there are a couple in here that do count as forests. You're not doing it for the forest's ability. You're doing it mostly for the +1/+1 counters on a target land you control. Chandra, the big one herself, the other 6-mana Chandra. This is, it can't be countered. That's insane. It basically puts an emblem every single turn on your opponent until they die. Sure, you can use the -3 to do damage to non-elemental creatures. That's pretty useful too, considering the entire deck is full of nothing but elementals. And should something get too big, just take -X off that and kill a creature or planeswalker. She's insane. And with the ramp that you have in this deck, you will most certainly get her down. The mana base is a little complicated. Only 3 basic lands in the entire deck. That's 2 mountains and a forest. We're looking at 4 steam vents, 4 Rugged Highlands. You can do, what's the other one? I'm thinking it's the other one not outside of Stomping Grounds. Again, I'm not spending a rares on lands that are going to rotate come out of rotation at the end of 3 months. So I'm going to run with these for now, mostly because I like the life gain. Because in the early game, you really do kind of get a little beat down until you get built up into moving into this. Stomping Grounds, of course, breeding pools, 2 Hinterland Harbors, and 4 Temples of Ministry. I like the scry. I like being able to go and find those Risen Reefs in the time frame. So Let's go for it. Temur Elementals, while it's still here, I have a strong belief that Risen Reef is going to get banned. I don't... Seeing the card in play and seeing it in action, it's worse than Smuggler's Copter was, so I don't know how it sticks around. But I've been wrong before. I felt the same way about Teferi, for example, whenever he came in. I felt that he was insanely too strong. And we have all the stuff that we need. So let's go ahead and keep. And we're going to scry one. What else do we have? Sure. Methinks we might be in a mirror match, young Skywalker. Let's go ahead and get down the ramp. Weird sound. I don't know if anyone has heard that. Like, it is such a weird sound that comes out of that. So what am I missing? I am going to need... I have everything I need, actually. I have the blue. Sure. I have... Yeah, absolutely. So I can actually tap this, let that go down. And let the games begin. So what we need is an Omnath, and then we're... The kitty cat! I almost did that kitty cat, to be honest. Let's scry first. I don't need any more land. Drop that. Oh, there's Omnath. Cavalier of Thorns is probably going to be my next drop. I'd love to get Omnath down too. Aww. That's okay, because I've already done all the damage I need. This is a cool elemental deck. I like this. Block and block. They don't have anything special. Nope, they're just haste. Okay. There's that one. Let's kill that. Gotta start getting Risen Reef above. Probably should have done it in the opposite order, actually. Creeping Trailblazer, cool. Oh, that's another one I almost debated putting in. He's not going to swing with it, though. So, let's go with the land drop. Let's go with the Cavalier of Thorns. Let's take the Hinterland Highlands. There we go. Make that bigger. Let's shock the Awakener. And say we're good. So this puts us above shock. So if his main purpose was getting shock. Damn. Oh, that can enter taps.
I've learned a bunch of new burn spells to try on you. Don't worry, I brought company.
Three. Yeah, he could kill it if he wanted to. Let's see what he does. He's going to have to kill all of his creatures to do it. Which I don't know that he's willing to do. I almost want to cast Omnath again. He's just going to take it. Okay. Sure. Now, why do I want to do that? Because whenever he comes into play, I can kill that. Oh, I lost my chance to kill Risen Reef. That's a shame. And he caves. He caves. In the mirror match, we have won against the other elemental variety deck. There's so many different ways to do it. That's one of the things I think is really interesting about this deck. Against Temur Elementals overall, is there's so many different directions you can go with it. There's so many different elementals that you can build upon and kind of go from there. The basis, of course, is Risen Reef, and Risen Reef is the build behind everything else. And then you have a whole bunch of people, like I've seen. What am I thinking? Elemental Steamkin is, or the Runaway Steamkin's been in there, and they start going on with some of the other Cavaliers from other colors. I've seen that. I've seen so many different ways to build Temur Elementals. I don't know that there is necessarily a right way. I think, in my opinion, Temur's the way to go. Omnath, Risen Reef, and then sprinkle whichever elementals you enjoy by choice. Ooh, 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 ooh. No red mana. Nope, we got to mulligan that. There's all the red mana we need in the world. We will keep that one. And I think I'm going to let one of the Creeping Trailblazers go. Sure, that's good. Probably should have went down with Stomping Grounds, actually. What do we say? Do we bolt the bird? I think we bolt the bird. Just having her and this down is going to be interesting. Dislike the sound they chose for that so much. It looks like we are playing against, yet again, another Temur Elemental deck. Sure, Risen Reef, of course. Oh yeah? Two can play at that game, my friend. Toss that land down there. No. As much as I want, because this is are any of these forests? No, the Stomping Grounds are forests. That could still work. I might consider Nissa. Nice. That's going to go against my Risen Reef. Yep.
Won't lie, I'm a pretty great pyromancer.
Send them in.
Cute.
They are so cute. I assume he's just going to take that one to the face. I need my Omnath. Oh, that's not Omnath. Well, it's the other elemental that's getting built up. Incubation Druid. Interesting. He's really going for the ramp. See, this is the direction I don't go because I don't feel the deck with Risen Reef needs the ramp. Not nearly that much. Like, I totally get the Leafkin Druid. I don't get the Incubation Druid. Come on. No, I need her to stick around. Let's get this down first. As much as I want a lightning strike there. Off the board. Let's go with that one, please.
We can do this together.
I think I don't think we have the right cards in hand to get this working. Yeah, he's just going to get bigger. So the question becomes, do you Lightning Strike Risen Reef or do you Lightning Strike Omnath? I think it's Omnath. Hydroid Crisis. Yeah, that's another direction you can go. So let's get this out of the way. I'm tagging that. Sure. They're gonna die anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have what it takes. The Hydroid Crisis is ultimately, in the end, going to win this game for him. Because can I? Sure.
I'm telling the abbots.
I'm going to go for Chandra. And kill everything else he's got on the board. Because that's not a... Nice.
Let's make this quick. I've got other things to burn.
I assume he's going to kill... Yep. Now, unfortunately, that is how this one's going to go. Those are all elementals.
Exploded.
Yeah, no, he's got this game. Let's do it for fun before it dies.
Ever see a volcano erupt in person? You're about to. We can do this together. Bye-bye.
I don't see much coming back from this one. Come on. If he'd be hitting me, personally, this would be over already. Sure.
Let's get toasty.
My suspicion is he's going to wipe out all of my planeswalkers. He has the ability to do so. Yep. Yep. Sure. And that's pretty much game for me. I'll see what I draw on the top of this. But my suspicion is it's going to be nothing that helps. So we're just going to say good game and move on to the next one. So we have tied the series against Temur Elementals. Again, another different variety. The one that tosses in the Hydroid Crisis. I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea, especially with the ramp that you have in that deck. You can get Hydroid Crisis so big. Alright, let's see what we're doing. We'll do one more with Temur Elemental. Ooh. Yes. Yes, please. Say hello and good game. Oh, my dear old friend Golgari. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Okay. I guess he's had enough of playing Temur Elementals today and said nope. Okay. Gatebreaker Ram. Alright, we're gonna go one more, since that wasn't really a game. I didn't even take note if the kitty cat came in at black on that one. Again, if you know how to get that kitty cat to come in at the color you want, I've gone through the profile thing, I can't see it. It's red. It starts off red all the time, and I have to click the... I would love a little setting to say, come in at this color. Why is it annoying me? I don't know, but it does. Not that I don't like messing with my kitty cat. He's cute, but still. Trying to imagine the thought process that went into that. Like, no more. No. Nothing about this appeals to me. Okay, that's okay. Obviously, we're going to pitch the second Omnath. I want to go this one first. I'm not going to fall for that trick again. We're going to go in and pay 2 life and make sure my elementals stick around. So far, we're getting Growth Spiral. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what we're playing against. Incubation Druid. That sounds like a recipe for disaster, so no sir. Where are my elementals? I have all the mana I need. Finale of Devastation? For what? Interesting. Didn't see that coming. Sure. Absolutely. Take a wild guess and say you're not going to block. Shimmer. So this is yet again another build for Temur Elementals. And this is where I feel like you're not really abusing like you should be. Kill that. Sure. That's where I don't really feel like you're being able to use Risen Reef to its highest possibilities, is if you don't have enough elementals in the deck and all of your stuff is built around ramp. I think I've got the wrong Nissa in here. I think I want the Nissa that kills flying creatures, because I don't have enough forests in here, and I think that this should be interesting. Especially whenever you have Hydrocrisis in play. Like, I really feel like... let's... Enter Tat. Target elemental I control. Let's go for that one. Sure.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
Go Stomping Grounds.
The land fights for us.
Let's go for these two. We'll get Chandra down next turn, and then we're cooking with gas. Hi, kitty. How are you? So we've got a path here. Chandra drops. Oh, mass manipulation. Good call. Good call. That was filthy. Oh. Oh. That's horrible. He's gonna beat me with my own lands. That's horrible. I'm gonna call it that one. That's a good one. I'll give him that one. Mass manipulation in the Temur Elemental decks. I might have to consider that one as well. Maybe that's what I switch out the Nissa's for. In any case, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your Temur Elemental deck began, because we played 4 of them tonight. And there's so many different varieties on what that deck looks like. I'd love to see what you're doing with them. Let me know in the comments down below. It'd be super helpful. Like, subscribe while you're there. That'd be awesome. There is a Patreon as well if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And thank you